Okay, here we go. Welcome to MightyGooga Plays for You. This is MightyGooga. Today we're gonna be doing a short play on a game called Democracy 3, the ultimate political strategy game. Democracy 3 simulates the motivations, loyalties, and desires of everyone in a specific country. A custom designed neural network is used to model individual voters, each which vary in membership of voting groups, political parties, and pressure groups. Each voter's income is modeled along with their levels of complacency and cynicism. This is the most sophisticated political strategy game ever created, and I can vouch for that. It was developed by Positech Games. It's still being currently developed, but through DLC additions, and has a very positive review on Steam and a huge community that is making new content every day throughout modding. So let's go to the game and see what is this all about. All right, let's start a new one, a new game. Where should we play? We have Brazil, we have the United States. Let's try Brazil for once. So with the population size, this game is data heavy. It's a strategy game, a strategy simulation game that you have to think about every consequence of your actions while trying to keep on government and making the country go and try to reach the goals that you imagine for that specific country. So we're going to be playing Brazil for this short play. Let's go. And you just, what is the player party's name? Let's call MightyGooga Free People Party. Oh, 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 party. And the opposite party name, let's call them the others. Alright, so let's play. It's a turn-based game. So what do you do here, and it's very fun, is you try to implement policies and tinkle with numbers and taxes and funding to try to acquire the what you want from those policies. And so every turn you get this screen here with a whole bunch of events, and they kind of tell you the status of the country as it is. So for now we have a huge unemployment, low GDP, average health, high crime, a lot of poverty, and education is not doing very well as well. So this is the main screen of the game. In the center here, you have kind of your voting wheel, your voting polls for different groups like liberal, socialist, capitalist. So people are modeled on this game. The population is modeled on this game, and they're not actually like there's the socialist population, the commuter population. No, each individual has uh, leniency to one or more of these groups. So it makes it hard to get voter favor if you're not paying attention to this as well. And there's other parties and parties formed that have this kind of composition, with this group. So you have like a party that is conservatives and they care for the farmers, and there's a farmer bench or a youth bench, and so on and so forth. Around here, what you see, it's a whole bunch of things that sometimes they mean issues that need to be addressed, and sometimes they mean policies that are being executed right now. And the color coding is that if something is blue, let's click it over here, it means that it's okay. It's not a huge problem for your country right now. But if something is red, like this, ghettos. A combination of immigration, street crime, and racial tension has led to our communities splintering into ghettos for different racial groups, which is a sad reflection on the state of our society. So in this case, ghettos, it's a problem that's occurring to the country and must be addressed. But how do we address this? So We can hover the mouse over here, and now you see all those lines going in and and out of this icon here, and we can tell that racial tension and immigration and street gangs and vigilant mobs are influencing the existence of ghettos. Okay, and in turn, ghettos are connected to ethnic minorities, and it's influencing equality in your country. Actually, it's actually influencing in another level immigration, because if you have a lot of ghettos, people don't tend to immigrate to your country so much. But this is something that you learn as you play, and everything is not so obvious and direct. So sometimes you tweak something and you play something, and it makes it doesn't achieve the desirable effect, you know. So one of the things that I'm current in, it's street gangs. So we have a lot of street gangs that the causes of it are armed police, and actually the causes of it are poverty and unemployment. They are causing the occurrence of street gangs, and the deterring factor for street gangs are armed police, community policing, and police force. And those are the effects of street gangs. So it's hampering our tourism, it's increasing our crime rates, it's bothering the conservatives and the retired people, the people that follow liberalism, and everyone in general. And it's causing ghettos. So street gangs is one of the biggest cause of ghettos. Let's see another cause of ghettos, which is vigilant mobs. The vigilant mobs are kind of like vigilant mobs are a population that say, hey, the citizens have lost faith in the ability of the police to beat crime, so we're gonna take this into our own hands. So we gotta think here on what we can do. First of all, let's see our macroeconomy here. So we have a 96 billion GDP. We spend about 100 billion, so we have a 4 billion deficit, and we have a huge 316 billion debt that we have to pay interest on. So one of the things, the first things that I believe it's correct is that we should balance this and try to start getting out of the debt and finish our deficit, and also try to raise taxes to have more funding to actually apply other policies. Let's take a look at our team. So we have a team of advisors here. Each one is responsible for some kind of, each one is responsible for every little piece of this pizza over here. And what they do, yes, they make it, if they have lots of experience, the policies implementations are fast and more effective. If they have low experience, you get the contrary effect. And also, one other thing that's worth mentioning is that they produce political capital each turn, and you can only implement policies or change existing policies if you have political capital. For now, we have 25 political capital. Every time we end the turn, we get more political capital. So let's try to be the president of this country and see what we can do to improve our society and our country. One of the first things I think that affects crime is alcohol abuse. So let's see, where is our crime rate here? Street gangs, okay, significant crime. The good thing about this game is that everything is interconnected. I said it before in the introduction that there's a neural network of things going, so you can click things and go trying to explore and search new ways how you solve it. So, alcohol consumption, it's not that much. Street gang is actually much more than alcohol consumption in the country. But we need to find a way to raise taxes, to raise money. So the tobacco tax is already huge on this. I don't think we can. And we need 27 political capital to raise it, so we don't have it right now. We would have to wait another turn. Let's see the alcohol tax. The alcohol tax is actually not that big, and it could be increased with 9 political capital. So let's see, if we increase from 17 to 35%, we get 8 billion a quarter. Let me see. If I revert the changes, it was 3 billion a quarter, so we get 5 billion more. Our deficit now is 4 billion, so this seems like a good thing to do. I know productivity play a great role on GDP and on our income and labor and unemployment. So let's see the causes of our productivity. Our productivity have been stable so far, and we need to increase productivity, I believe, to get a better country. So alcohol consumption is actually causing an effect on productivity as contagious diseases. So we're gonna have to take care of a health system, and for now, alcohol consumption will suffer. I'm gonna take it to 40%. The poor is going to take a hit, and since we have a whole bunch of poor in our electorate, we're going to have to deal with that in some other way. But there's welfare and other policies that we can implement to offset this, and I think the money will be very, very welcome. So I'm going to apply changes. Confirm using political capital. Yes, I do. And I'm still left with 16 political capital. Let's for now, let's just pass the turn and see what's going on before we do anything else. What do you say? Okay, let's do that. Okay, I'm passing the turn. So here's the turn screen. Poverty went up, which is a problem. We need to address unemployment quickly, and I think on this term we're going to be doing that. Our credit rate has been downgraded to C. That's not good at all, but I think we can recover that if we take care of our deficit. Budget report. Let's see. Our interest rate went up because of our credit rating downgrade. Global economy is posing as a problem, and our income has gone up because of the taxes on alcohol for now. So okay, let's close this. Let's go back to our screen. So we need to address unemployment. I know now our deficit we almost finished our deficit, and I know if we work with unemployment, we're gonna get a growth in GDP. We have lots of political capital. Let's see how can we deal with unemployment. So foreign tax, welfare, economy. So where's unemployment? Technology, backwater, uncompetitive corporation taxes, productivity. What is this? Pollution. Not gonna be dealing with pollution right now. Where is unemployment? Come on. Let's see if I can find unemployment another way. Currency strength, our currencies. Tourism. Street gangs are deterring tourism. Unemployment. Here, let's go take a look at employment and causes. Agriculture subsidies, community policy, military spending. GDP. The low GDP is the biggest cause of unemployment, but the unemployment are also the biggest cause of GDP. So there's not always an obvious solution. So technically, if we increase our GDP, we can decrease unemployment. And how can we do that? Uncompetitive economy and technology backwater. The problem with investing in technology, it's not a short-term thing, so we're not going to be seeing results right now. But we can actually implement some policies to fund technology. Let's see if there's an economy. Consumer rights, rural development, what can we do? Tax shadow, technology grants. Okay. So let's implement technology grants. It's very popular. The potential costs are not so great, and we have 2 quarters to implement it. Probably the results will be coming later on, but I think we'll be fine and will affect our productivity and our unemployment rate. So I'm gonna increase to high. Yeah, let's give it a nice 3 billion. Flat 3 billion. Maximum. Maximum technology grade. Apply changes. Alright. This is gonna be good. We actually can increase taxes in some other places. Let's see tobacco. Oh, tobacco, we already saw that. Let's see sales tax. The problem with increasing sales tax that don't give you a lot of income and affects poverty a lot. And as we saw, poverty is a factor that is creating those law and order problems. But as you see, guys, the game is a lot of fun. It's very deep on reasoning and strategy, and you have to try out a bunch of things. And as you play it, you get accustomed with the effects of the policies, and you start to get a better grip on what to do to tackle specific problems. I think the game is very complex. It has a lot of content. There's a whole bunch of more mods that increase the number of policies that you can try, and I'm really enjoying this game. And one other thing that I would like to say about before finishing and ending the episode is that the number of DLCs out there is making the game bigger and bigger. And the DLCs, as I saw it and I read because I was like browsing around on the Steam sale, they're worthwhile. You know, they're not just money grabs from the developers. So this is it for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this game, and if you want, you can go grab it on Steam. This is a very nice strategy game, a whole new concept. I never seen this kind of game before with this magnitude, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, comment, or like. This keeps me motivated to be posting more videos and to keep this project going and developing new ideas. Thanks a lot for watching. This is MightyGooga, and I'm out.